first question, what kinds of qualities would you expect to have in a friend? Like, name some qualities of a good friend.
Honesty. Honesty is important. Respectful, in my opinions. Funny. That's a big one for my friends.
Okay. Anything else?
No, it's probably
Okay. Question 2. What kinds of things do you think help, like, build friendships? Like, what sort of things would you guys do?
Okay, mutual interests. If you have an interest, then you can do stuff with them. And then like a common bond. Like even if like both of you didn't like one person, just bond over that. Something to bond over.
So do you think, like, if you already have a friend, right?
Right.
Would you get closer over like an activity or just sitting and talking? Like if you guys both like soccer or something?
If I had a friend and we had a mutual interest, I think we'd get closer by doing
an activity?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think
cool.
so.
All right. Do you consider yourself to be a good friend?
I do consider myself to be a good friend.
Awesome.
Might not.
And without like giving any names or anything, do you have any like experiences that would be a good example of maybe some tensions that like any friendship could have?
Like almost issues with friendships?
Yeah, like something that anyone could run into, like an issue with a friendship.
Right. If I don't know, if there's I guess like the only issues I've ever run into are like strong disagreements, like over matters of opinion. If someone was unaccepting of my opinion on a topic or on a matter, then that would break it up a little bit. Or I guess another good one would be if there's like a character flaw, if they're very arrogant, if they're dishonest, if they have some glaring character flaw that keeps showing up, then yeah, that would affect the friendship.
Awesome. That's it.
Thanks.
Thank you. So first of all, thank you. Okay. Question 1. What kinds of qualities would you expect a good friend to have?
They have to have a good sense of humor, and then also like somebody who's trustworthy, but I know what they want my back to do so. Those are 2 main things.
Okay, cool. What kinds of things do you think help build a friendship?
Definitely spending like not just like time with the person, but quality time help build a friendship, and just getting like along with that quality time, like just getting to know them better.
What do you consider to be like quality time? Like, for example, if you have a friend already, would you consider it to be a better building activity to just sit and talk about something, or to do an activity? Like if you guys have a mutual interest, to go and do an activity or talk?
Like yeah, you can sit and talk, but it doesn't necessarily have to be sitting. You can go do something like go to lunch or like go walk on the lake or something. But it's more like one-on-one time with a person to get to know them better, when maybe you might find out more about them than in a big group setting. So.
Okay. Question 3, do you consider yourself to be a good friend?
The majority of the time.
Okay, that works for me. And question 4, without giving away any names or anything, do you have an experience that kind of like gives an example of maybe like tensions that friends could have, like any group of friends could have, something like that, maybe an obstacle for friendship?
Yeah, relationships always press strains on like friendships, whether it's within the friend group or not. Like time spent with whoever the person is, like in regards to the amount with all the other people, that tends to be a big thing that has an impact. And then also conflicting interests, and then just time in general if you're busy with a lot of other things.
Awesome. That's it. Okay, question 1. What kinds of qualities would you expect a good friend to have?
Loyalty and honesty.
Okay. Anything else?
Compassion.
Okay. Cool. What kinds of things do you think help to build friendships?
Time spent together. Usually, sometimes stressful situations can bring people together, but when people can stay friends over time despite like differences, that's quality. So it's not like proximity-based friendship. It'll last long.
And the time that you spend with your friends, do you think you'll get closer to them talking or doing activities of similar interest?
A mixture of both. Sometimes people who have nothing in common can still become friends over time, sharing like their experiences, sometimes just talking about things that happened when they were away from each other and regrouping. It's more about getting to know a person, and sharing time together is important, like doing a communal activity that'll have people, like give them a memory to bond over, but it's both.
Do you consider yourself to be a good friend?
I would hope so. I mean, I consider myself one, but like, you gotta ask my friends, so.
True. Okay, without giving like any names or anything, do you have any experience that could help provide like examples of maybe some tensions that could occur within like any group of friends, not just you, but anyone?
Not sure if I understand what you're saying.
Like, when you have friends, there are going to be tensions that arise, things that.
Yeah, flashback to high school. Two of my best friends were both competing for valedictorian and salutatorian, and that was really stressful because both of them obviously wanted to be valedictorian. So sometimes things got rough, but it took a lot of like being like, hey, you know, at the end of the day, we're all friends, and that's really what matters. Like,
right.
At least for a friendship, that matters. Grades are a different story, but yeah, it was more like not getting involved and just being there to support each other without allowing like them bad talking each other, I guess. Yeah.
Awesome. Thank you.
Can you feel it? Now it's coming.
All right, question 1. What kinds of qualities would you expect a good friend to have?
Good qualities I would expect from a friend would be that they need to be honest with me about things that they're going through, connect with me, and share stories with me, and just be happy and be outgoing.
Cool. Okay. What kinds of things do you think help build friendships?
Things like developing trust between each other. So if I need something from them and they happen to pull through for me, and then they know that I will pull through for them too when they need something. Just being there for each other, and when you kind of just want to hang out, just hang out. But when you need something, you can also help each other out that way too.
Okay, and like when you're talking about hanging out with a friend, do you think you would bond more over like an activity together, like of common interest, or just talking?
It really depends, because if it's a friend that I know does like the same activity as me, we're probably going to be doing that activity because that's just something that we both connect to. But if it's a friend that I don't necessarily have those kinds of interests in common with, we can just talk and bond just as much as any other friend.
Okay. Do you consider yourself to be a good friend?
I would like to. I mean, I try to be there for anyone if they ever need me, and if I have something to give, I try and give it. I'm pretty honest with people, and I don't really talk behind anyone's back, and I don't, I try not to do things that I wouldn't want someone to do.
And last question, without giving like names or anything like that, do you have an experience that would, do you have like an example of tensions that could come into conflict, like within any friendship, like any group of friends can have tensions? What
Things
kind
that
of
would
tensions?
kind of cause me to like feel okay.
Not just you, like anyone, any friendship.
Okay, so if you're going behind that person's back and talking to other people, one thing I know for sure, just with me personally, like that makes things kind of tense, is when I have a friend and a mutual friend who are doing something together that I would also like to be a part of, and I like would be able to be part of it. Like I'd be free and they'd also be free, yet they choose to like do the activity without telling me about it. That can kind of cause tension. Like if you choose to hang out with certain people like in the friend group and you don't invite everyone, even though it's like a common activity that you all like to do.
Right.
There's that. Also just like kind of hiding things from each other. Like if you have something personal going on and you're friends with someone who has let you in the past, like personal stuff, and then you don't open up to them, that can kind of cause like tension. That can cause like mistrust between people.
All right. Awesome.